Many seniors enjoy cooking, but not grocery shopping, especially during a pandemic. Subscription-based meal kit services such as Blue Apron that bring fresh food to your door are a popular alternative to the hassles of grocery shopping. Would Blue Apron's ingredients and recipe meal kits vary my dinner selection, enhance my cooking skills, and give me the satisfaction of providing my family with home-cooked meals? Or would I simply be paying the service to save me time shopping? It's time to cut to the chase. Hi, I'm Jeff Hoyt, Editor-in-Chief of SeniorLiving.Org. But for now, think of me as Chef Jeff. I've always enjoyed cooking. I used to work for a lifestyle website where I wrote and edited thousands of restaurant reviews, interviewed many top chefs, and even judged a Napa Valley cooking competition. But I've never signed up for a meal kit service before. I will honestly test each service and list the pros, cons, and latest prices. And I'll explain who could benefit most from a Blue Apron subscription. Blue Apron was founded in 2012 and was delivering more than 1 million meals a month 2 years later. But after going public in 2017, its value has fallen faster than a souffle in an earthquake, plummeting more than 95%. But I was willing to invest some time, effort, money, and appetite into their meal kits, which they describe as gourmet. After signing up on their website, I examined the dishes available that week and selected 3. Besides their signature menus, they also offer vegetarian options. To help you choose, some recipes are labeled carb conscious, while others are designed in partnership with Weight Watchers. For each dish, I could get enough for 2 or 4 servings. I could see the ingredients, step-by-step instructions with illustrations, and complete calorie counts and nutritional information. The downsides? There are only 9 options at the base price of $10 a serving. See this dish marked premium? Well, that means you have to pay extra to get it. Other upsells include a wine club, kitchen tools, and spice blends. Of course, the biggest upsell downside is once they have your credit card, they'll charge it every week and even select your dishes for you if you don't opt out. That's standard practice for these meal subscription services. Even if you have food allergies, no substitutions are allowed. Some competitors will offer a choice of chicken or beef in a recipe, for example. This last downside applied to my order. 3 days after telling me when to expect my delivery, Blue Apron emailed me that my order was delayed. It makes it hard to plan your shopping when you don't know when multiple meals are arriving all at once. In fact, they told me my next shipment would be delayed as well, even though I'd already canceled the service. So what did I get when my Blue Apron shipment arrived? So this should contain 3 meals for 2 people each. So let's see what we got. And as I'm opening it up, you can see here, there's a little label that says where the different ingredients came from. So that's interesting. So it basically says, let's get cooking. That sounds like a plan. Let's see what we got. Inside the cardboard box, there is a wrapper that helps insulate the package. Let's see, we got some carrots, 3. This is labeled knickknacks, and it's all for the spicy glazed chicken and honey butter corn that I ordered. That's one of the 3 recipes. However, the knickknacks, I can see different European style butter and different sauces and some crunchies. I just don't know if all the ingredients are going to have the name of the recipe on it. For example, the carrots just say carrots, and there's 3 of them. And lo and behold, 2 more carrots. So I'm guessing these are for 2 different recipes, but it'd be nice if they separated them by recipe as opposed to throwing them all in a box. We got ears of corn. It's nice in the summer. Cabbage, that's going to go in my coleslaw. Parsley. Everything smells pretty fresh. Broccoli. And this is the second thing labeled knickknacks. I guess it's the assorted items that'll make my beef and shawarma-spiced rice. Looks like a shallot, a little lemon, and some sauces. And another knickknacks for my salmon and cilantro rice bowls. sushi rice, probably for the rice bowls as well. And now here's a couple of things that are just loose. Head of garlic, more rice, and now let's see. Building a better food system, one delicious recipe at a time. Well, we'll make those recipes. We'll see how delicious they turn out. And here at the bottom, got a big block of ice. Put this down here. And what is that ice keeping cold? Atlantic salmon. Some premium ground beef. Ooh, looks good. And some chicken. You can see it's tradesman premium cut, so it says where the major ingredients came from. And finally, another pack of ice, eco-friendly and drain safe. The ingredients are well insulated with recyclable ice packs. A nice touch. However, they weren't grouped by recipe like other meal kit services do. And I wish that bulb of garlic wasn't just floating around loose. Do I need the garlic for more than one recipe? Well, there's only one way to find out. Hey, so I'm really excited because I'm cooking with Blue Apron tonight. I'm making salmon and cilantro rice bowls. Hopefully when we're done it's going to look like this. One problem with Blue Apron though is they don't always separate everything that we need. So I need to pick out the ingredients in the box here. So I took this out of the refrigerator. So that I don't need tonight, that I don't need tonight. Broccoli, yes. Do I need 2 carrots or 3 carrots? 6 ounces of carrots. Is that my 2 carrot or my 3 carrot? I guess I'll have to find out. Definitely need salmon to make this, and it looks very pretty, the fish right here. They put in a package called knickknacks for each recipe, which is all the small stuff that you need for that particular recipe. And so, here are my knickknacks here that cover lots of things, such as sliced pickled jalapeno peppers. Looking forward to cooking with those. And we got sushi rice here. So I got salmon, sushi rice, broccoli, carrots, rice vinegar, pepper, sambal oelek, soy sauce, light brown sugar, sesame oil, and cilantro sauce, and sesame seeds are guessing all in here in my knickknack bag, so that should do it. Let's get cooking. So to start the salmon and cilantro rice bowls, they say it'll take 25 to 35 minutes. Okay, so the first thing I'm supposed to do is in a small pot, combine the rice, a big pinch of salt, and 3/4 of a cup of water. So putting the sushi rice into the water. I'm going to wash and dry the fresh produce. Put these in a bowl, slide it in like so. And I'm going to grate them into here. It says to use a box grater, but I don't have one and they didn't send me one. The only thing I hate more than chopping is grating. So going into the knickknack bag for the first time, get the jalapeno peppers. Now the instructions actually say, thoroughly wash your hands immediately after handling. So, true story, my wife burnt herself working with jalapenos, so I do respect them. Oh, I can smell those hot peppers. So it says half the vinegar. How am I supposed to measure half the vinegar? It's 1 tablespoon is all I have. And of course, some chopped pepper. Season with salt and pepper. Turn that up a little bit. Sugar. The remaining vinegar. 2 tablespoons of water, and as much of the sambal oelek as you'd like. I don't know how spicy it is. Let's put in some, and you can always add more later. Fluff the rice a little with a fork. Here's the rice all fluffed and ready to go. And now we're going to start cooking the broccoli. So I'm going to heat up sesame oil. It's a nice touch to have sesame oil. Dump them all in. 3 or 4 minutes. Then we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of water after it's cooked. Loosely cover the pan with foil and cook those starting 2 or 3 minutes. Almost forgot to put in the sauce in the rice. Cilantro sauce. So just check on the broccoli here. Looks like it's done. Water's boiled off. I'm just going to put it in a bowl. Okay, now it's time for the big kahuna here, Atlantic salmon. Looks like the salmon's putting in quite a struggle. So we're going to pat this dry with paper towels. Got to heat up some olive oil. I'm assuming it didn't come with olive oil. Salt, pepper, and olive oil, I think, are the only ingredients I've had to supply. Oh, and the water. Skin side up, it says. Excellent. Time to flip the fish. Ooh. Just flip and cook for 2 minutes. Now I have to spend the time spooning on the there. Smells great. Didn't seem to be as much rice as we'd liked for 2 sushi bowls, but we'll make it last. And finally, the spicy carrots. So I'm going to garnish with some black and white sesame seeds, add a little crunch and some color. How it looks compared to the picture. Pretty good. Took a little longer than would have liked, but it's very tasty. Bon appetit, says Chef Jeff. I cook salmon often, and the fish turned out great, but I've never cooked with sambal oelek before. So a recipe that says to use as much of the sambal oelek as you'd like isn't very helpful. My biggest issue was the recipe telling me to use half the vinegar, which is near impossible to do without measuring when it's packed in a small bottle. So I looked up the amount called for in the recipe, cut it in half, measured it, then I had to do all of it again when I used the rest of the vinegar to make sure I used the right amount both times. Meal kit service rule number 1, don't make your customers do math. And today we're making beef and shawarma-spiced rice from Blue Apron. So I'm very excited. I've already taken out the ingredients we're going to need. And let's start cooking. So the first thing I'm going to do is wash and dry the produce. Chop the carrots, now peel some garlic. Have to do the whole shallot. Lemon. Parsley. A small pot, combine the rice, currants, a pinch of salt, half the sliced blend, and 1 cup of water. So I'm moving all the vegetables to one side of the pan and putting the ground beef on the other side. I love dishes where you can cook the meat and the veggies together, so less to clean up when you're done. I'm going to combine the meat and the vegetables together on the same pan. Here's what it looks like by a professional, and here's what it looks like from Chef Jeff, with lemon labneh or without. A very tasty, interesting meal that I would have never tried to make without Blue Apron's help. But since the garlic was loose in my fridge, what if my wife had used it all up, not knowing I needed it for the recipe? And was it safe to use now, or is more needed in another recipe? Today we're making spiced glazed chicken and honey butter corn from Blue Apron. So this is the last of the three dishes. So I took everything out of the box that was left. You can see there's chicken, which I'll open up in a moment. There's corn, 2 ears for 2 people. There's cabbage. And then everything else is in the knickknacks bag, so I'm hoping it's there. If anything's missing, I'll have salt and pepper and olive oil and things, but I'll see what I'm missing and take it from here. So, the first thing I'm going to do is fill the pot with water, salted water, for the corn. I'm going to pat the chicken dry, paper towel. Chicken looks good. So we're going to put salt, pepper, and some of their spice blend. Like so. Oil. So cook 6 or 7 minutes and then flip and cook 5 minutes more. Wash and dry the cabbage. Bowl. So we use green cabbage instead of red cabbage, but the chicken's also a little darker than it appears in the picture, but we plated it twice. And now it's time to eat. It was good, but despite using all the hot sauce provided, this one didn't live up to its name, spicy. Overall, I was very happy with Blue Apron. The 3 recipes were labor intensive, but I felt like all my hard work really paid off in impressive gourmet dishes, especially the salmon and the beef. Now, a little word to the wise here, every recipe did take much longer than the times listed. The ingredients were fresh and high quality. The serving sizes were a little smaller than I'd buy, but at only $10 a meal shipped to your door, that's understandable. You have to buy at least 6 servings, that's 3 meals for 2 people, to achieve that $10 per serving mark. If you only buy 2 recipes for 2 people, well then Blue Apron adds shipping charges, bringing your total of 4 servings at $12 per serving. Now the price per serving drops as low as $7.50 per serving if you get 4 recipes big enough for 4 people each week. But I'm in a family of 4, and it's hard for us to agree on every meal. As a new user, you can find some steep discounts online to make the meals even cheaper. I paid under $40 for 6 servings, so under $7 a piece, and it was well worth it. As an added bonus, they let me invite someone into Blue Apron for a free meal, but only if they gave me their credit card. So for seniors and others ready to put in the effort, I would recommend Blue Apron to spice up your normal dinner menu and impress your family. Speaking of spices, it'd be hard to reproduce some of these recipes as they use spice blends. The recipe cards list the ingredients, but not the proportions. For what else is cooking to help you age with ease, visit SeniorLiving.Org for helpful products and services. At SeniorLiving.Org, you can find and compare housing options for seniors, including in-home care, assisted living, nursing homes, and everything in between. And please, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks.